Okay, so let's take a closer look at a boot from Nordica, and this one is the NXT boot. Now the NXT series of boots are in the all-mountain category, and this falls into the widest offering from Nordica with 103mm last. There are 6 versions of this boot, starting with this one, which is the N1 at 120 flex, but then we have the N2 at 100 flex, the N3 at 90, the N4 at 80, and then the N5 and N6, which are a more simple construction with 50 and 60 flex respectively. So being in that all-mountain category, it is a boot for the resort and is going to be suitable for people with their bigger, burlier, wider feet. It does have a generous instep volume and a broader heel pocket in the shell. Now construction wise, it is fairly similar to the other all-mountain boot from Nordica with the NRG, but there is some unique features on this boot, so let's take a closer look at them. So liner wise, we're getting Nordica's custom cork fit liner, and you can see it has these zones around the ankles, which contains a cork and resin mixture to help get you better grab around the ankles. It's also insulated with Primaloft, which will keep your feet nice and warm. Removable spoiler, which is quickly adjustable. Now, one of the most unique features of this boot is what's known as the ACP, or adjustable cuff profile. And what this gives us the ability to do is to expand the back of this cuff so that can suit people with broader lower legs and bigger calf muscles. Now you can see with an Allen key we can make this adjustment, and what it'll actually do is widen the back of this cuff out and also straighten up the amount of forward lean at the top of the boot. Now to facilitate this ACP feature, what they have to do to the power strap is actually cut it into 2 sections and fix it on either side, so that can allow for this expansion. Stance-wise on this boot, we are looking at about 4 degrees of ramp angle and about 16 degrees of forward lean. Boot board in this boot is a plastic boot board which is screwed into place in the bottom. We only have 1 cuff adjustment on the outer rivet of this cuff, and we have 1 flex adjustment bolt in the back. Negatives on this boot, there is not too much to report. I actually prefer this custom cork liner compared to the one that's in the NRG, and the reason being it has a good amount of cork just sitting around the ankles, but it still allows for a broader heel to be sitting in this wider lasted boot. Now another thing worth noting in the construction of this boot is this 3rd layer of plastic going over the top of the instep. Now this is put there to allow for ease of entry in and out of the boot. Very similar to what you'll see on Technica's Quick Instep Max. Now it is a great concept, but one of the things I'm just not stoked on is how it's been put together. Now you can see on the inside here, there is a rivet connecting it to the lower shell, which can be a weak point when we need to do some stretching or get a press into there. But also underneath this top layer, you can see there is a waterproof seal, and that is riveted to each side of this overlap. And I just think there was an opportunity missed there where you could actually remove some more of this plastic, which would allow more people with higher insteps or a prominent cuneiform bone to fit in this boot really well. So it is a pretty good all-rounder. I reckon it'd be a great comfortable option for someone that has a broader lower leg or big calf muscle. It does come with an exceptional liner and at a fairly decent price point. Now my stoke factor isn't the highest on this boot. I reckon a few changes could really bring it up a notch. So I'm going to give this one a rating of 6.5. Thanks guys, catch you in the next review.